what's up? This is Liam from Cancer Bats here at Groezrock 2015, hanging out with, her name is Murder Productions. Searching for Zero is all about us finding kind of like a new starting point, like for the, I guess, next chapter of our band. I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years, and we're kind of at a point where we wanted to make sure we weren't just, you know, making a record for the sake of it, just to stay on tour, or just because it's our jobs, technically. We wanted to make sure that we were like doing it for, you know, all the right reasons, but also just coming off of a lot of gnarly things that had happened. It was like finding that new point where everything was positive moving forward. Once you're at zero, you know, everything then no longer a negative in life. As much as you're always trying to push the envelope, I feel like if people are recognizing it, it must mean that you're getting it right. You know what I mean? For people to be like, whoa, you really went for it. And I feel like this record was us doing that. Like, trying new ideas, me really trying to sing, like, you know, in some different ways, like keeping the songs fresh, but at the same time the feedback has been that it still sounds like Cancer Bats, which we're really happy about. So I feel like, yeah, I couldn't be happier. I'm always stoked, even just the fact that people still want to hear our band. We love, you know, so many bands and have been into bands, and there are times when, like, you know, Propaganda starts playing a little bit different, or like Mastodon starts playing a little bit different, or, you know, bands kind of shake things up. And as fans, you know, like the first time you heard You Fail Me by Converge, it's like, it took a little bit to get used to it, you know what I mean, when they're doing that. But as a fan, like, I really appreciated that as I got into the record and as I like got into it a bit more. So I'd like to think that now people have had a bit more time with the album and are like being able to kind of get more into like where we were coming from with it, and that we did do something that they weren't expecting, you know, and that actually threw them off, like, which I think is cool. Like, we wrote 25 songs before we even like started, you know, whittling them down and working on everything. So we just found like there was these different kind of ideas coming up, and everyone was coming to the table with like cool riffs, but yeah, weren't like traditional kind of hardcore Cancer Bat songs, which I really liked. And even still, like very traditional hardcore, like Arsenic in the Ear of the Snake, I think is us at our most hardcore since like Let It Pour, you know, on Hail the Destroyer. So at the same time, those aspects got us really excited. It was just really fun. It was suggested through like a mutual friend who works with Ross, and he knew that we had, you know, finished this record and we're looking for a producer. And at the same time, I think he knew that his vibe would really mesh with ours, so he put us in contact, and yeah, we hit it off right away. It was awesome. I mean, with like Dave and with like a lot of our friends who had passed away, it was just like, yeah, Ross really putting it into perspective. He definitely wants you to talk through all the emotions, but I mean, Ross is the first person to tell you that, like, even just the fact that you're, you know, singing a song about someone, whether it's harsh or not, he's like, it's still a celebration of, like, you know, the fact that you would want to like write a song about someone who's passed away, or write about an experience that happened that you've now overcome. So it was really cool to have Ross's perspective on a lot of those things that I think we ourselves were still dealing with and still figuring out. So it was almost like, here's this kind of like wiser person, not only in recording but just in life, who's like, yeah man, like, here's like, this is the result of you guys like giving a shit, is like this record and these emotions and these feelings. So we were like, oh yeah, you're right, cool, yeah. I would be pumped if Van Damme wanted to like listen to it while he worked out. I always get stoked when like MMA fighter dudes are like, I listen to like your albums when I go to the gym. And I was like, I've never been to a gym. That's awesome. I'm stoked you're into that.